This video is sponsored by Anke Studio. If you want to replicate our photography, guys, we are now selling our mobile and camera presets. Every purchase you make supports us, and genuinely, we are trying to build our own private car dealership business. We want to evolve and keep giving tech life and bring you guys on bigger adventures. If you're interested in making your pictures go from this to this, head to our Gumroad link down below, and if you enjoy them, please don't forget to leave a rating. Enjoy the show.
There's nothing wrong with that. Trip me and we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it if I find it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't have to be an acrobat. I wouldn't mind it. Should I find it?
Oh my god. You know what? I'm not gonna say it's cold, but I'm also not gonna say it's not cold. It's kind of weird. It's not like in Montreal, the cold here. And it looks like we're going through an ice age. It's kind of wild. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but look at those trees, man. They have like bubbles of snow. The snow is kind of weird here, but it's cool. It's like very fluffy. Apparently this is great snow for skiing. I wouldn't know because I don't ski. But what I do know is that I am going to be rocking the S26 Ultra without a case. I've decided. I already dropped it this morning. Face planted. It's fine, which is good. By the way, very impressive battery life up to now, 16 hours of battery life from Montreal all the way to Finland. And I was doing a lot of Netflix, Spotify, emails. And I don't know about you guys, but this does not look violet or purple. This looks blue. Yeah. Listen, today is a big day because we're driving 12 hours. I've never driven 12 hours. I've never driven 12 hours. But I'm going to be driving a 1,000 horsepower car. Welcome to the behind the scenes with the S26 Ultra as we shoot in Finland for the Porsche ICE experience. My name is Andres. If this is your first time here, just know I love cars. I got lucky and I've been able to work with Porsche quite a lot now. And I've used a lot of these projects to put tech to the test. I give them life and real usability, so instead of sitting at a desk telling you how great this is, I show you how great it actually is. I traveled from Finland to Sweden to Norway with this in just 8 days, where things got messy, chaotic, fun, and entertaining. From filming the new Cayenne Electric to experiencing what the wealthy pay for the ICE experience, I did it all with the help of the S26 Ultra. And it all started in a small town called Kittila at the Levi Panorama Hotel. Listen, this vlog is gonna be super sick. This is probably gonna be one of the best vlogs I've ever done. We have a couple of Cayenne EVs right here. These are like one of the first production models. And we're gonna be one of the first ones in the world to drive these around. We're gonna go to Norway. That's why I have to drive like 12 hours. And one of these cars, like I said, it's 1,000 horsepower. Like that monster right there. Look at that. Last time I was testing battery life with Android Auto and Waze and all that was a few months ago for the S25 Ultra, and the battery was so bad because Android Auto it was just eating battery life like crazy. Now I'm gonna connect it here. I'm gonna connect it to this car. Look at this screen, the way it just like bends. Okay, let's pair that. Alright, there you go, Android Auto. Wow, look at how massive that is. We have a split screen Android Auto, and this looks like an OLED panel. What the hell is this? Like, just look at how massive this is. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So, let me give you a bit of background here, because the reality of things is that I started that morning with practically 82%. I've been very much enjoying taking raw photography with this phone. Let me tell you, I've spent a lot of time in Lightroom working on these. I also use the S Pen a lot while editing, but the only thing that bothers me about this phone is that I often don't pay attention to how I put the S Pen back. And if I don't line it up correctly, it just pops out like this. Plus, I'm rocking this phone with a case to really test the new aluminum chassis, which honestly doesn't help my situation. Without a case, it's even easier to accidentally press the S Pen and pop it out if it's not inserted properly. But hey, that's why I'm here, to suffer, so you don't have to. And by the way, I already have a tiny scratch on the lens frame. Anyways, just to give you an idea of how much we drove, I started this journey with only 146 kilometers on the odometer. And on day one, we were very much on our way to Norway because we wanted to experience
Lofoten, all with this car. And honestly, in the winter, this place is just magical. You see some really cool beauty in nature.
Oh, the deers. Wait, are those deers?
Yeah, they're ears.
Oh my god. Wow. We've been driving for like an hour and a half, not even. I feel like I'm running on dreams and fumes. I'm so tired. I am like crazy tired. We have like 10 hours left. Throughout this video, guys, by the way, I'm gonna let you know that well, I'm selling the GT3 and Elias is buying it. He is buying it from me. I've pretty much decided to sell my soul to this brand because they bring us to the most magical places on earth, and it's the funnest. Honestly, these are like the best trips I've had in terms of work. It really doesn't feel like work. Oh my god, there's like reindeers everywhere. This one's a baby. Oh, it looks pretty big, no?
Yeah, it's definitely not a baby. Oh wait, there's 3.
Oh, so cute.
Did you see the reindeers?
They're so cute.
Oh my god, they were so cute.
What did Marco think about them?
He saw dinner.
One thing you're gonna learn in this video is that our Porsche reps are actually hilarious. We have like such a good time with them during these trips. Also, for the first time ever, Google Maps wasn't doing a great job for me. For some reason, I couldn't get my location for most of the trip, even though I had really good reception for the most part. After a couple of hours of driving, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was so freaking tired. I mean, I was already so jet lagged from the flights here. I needed to switch and experience this car from behind.
Why are you?
Nah, it's not like that. Honestly though, somehow I got a bit of burst in energy, and John and I had the amazing idea of taking rollers, like roller shots.
Selena, we're gonna overtake you so we can film your car.
Should I go faster?
No, you're
Slower?
good. No, you're good.
Yeah.
How's that, John? Good?
Nice.
Yeah? Getting some rollers right now. It looks so cool. I'm gonna try to get some rollers with the phone. I'm gonna put it in RAW and just snap away.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna grab some APV with vlog. I'm gonna use the Blockbuster LUT. I'm gonna record it right now. It's gonna look probably sick.
Listen, a little tip, if you're going to use this phone for raw photography and lots of videos, especially log, avoid getting the 256GB version. I would even recommend going for the 1TB model. I had to use an SSD as I was filming some log stuff because I had no more room, and that sort of stuff, it sucks, especially while you need to shoot on the spot. One UI does allow you to manage your storage and try to analyze to see what you can possibly delete. I personally like using File Manager Plus for this stuff, but it's preference. Regardless, I was still able to edit some of those rollers I took. They actually turned out really nice. In fact, I genuinely feel like I'm able to push the edits a bit further compared to the S25 Ultra. I feel like the colors are a bit more manageable, but I might be going crazy, honestly. I can't for a fact confirm that just yet.
I was just starting to enjoy my time here in the back.
Oh yeah.
These are nice handles. I'm not gonna lie, I started to freak out a bit.
Why?
I thought we weren't gonna find a charger. We're literally like in the middle of nowhere. There you go. Bad boy charging right now. So it is currently 11:07. Let's see how long it takes for this car to charge.
I'm actually a big fan of the Porsche EV lineup. Call me a fanboy, I don't care. My issue though is that, to be honest, these cars depreciate a lot. They drive like Porsches, which is all you'd want in an EV, but the depreciation is just what kills you. But really, the new Cayenne Electric from the front and the sides is gorgeous. It's the back that I'm genuinely not too convinced about. I think it needs work. Although the new coupe might just fix that. But look, those were my true first thoughts as we had made our first stop to charge after driving 300 kilometers. And that first charge took us all the way to Sweden. I asked my wife if it was possible for her to drive because I did need a bit of time to get a few things done. I did modify my quick panel because I wanted my hotspot toggle to live within. The true reason for that is that, well, I use that a lot within my P16 setup because, well, that's how I get stuff done. Without Linux though, because look, I'll talk about that in my 120 days Linux video, okay? From Sweden to our final destination, we still had about 7 hours and 47 minutes, but we needed to eat because we had not eaten for a few hours.
Currently at 36%. My phone's been used and abused quite a bit today between Android Auto, taking pictures, sending messages, hotspotting it with my laptop. Pretty good though, I'm not gonna lie, like it's way better than the S25 Ultra. So yeah, right now we're gonna grab lunch because we still have like 8 hours left to drive. These are like Swedish cinnamon. Yeah, how is it? Do you like it?
Very close to different. Very cinnamon.
Very cinnamony?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
Cinnamon.
I'm not gonna bite in the camera.
Listen, this phone is still huge and feels heavy for the most part. It's hard to use one-handed. I drop it from time to time, I really do. It's uncomfortable in pockets. The huge camera bump is annoying, especially when it's laying down. Anyways, I think a lot of these are the same complaints we see every year, but I will say the roundness it's got makes it comfortable to hold. Just don't let the marketing fool you, because that aluminum chassis doesn't feel that much lighter. If anything, you'll see how it scratches a lot easier than the S25 Ultra.
Like, check this out, it's just a bunch of traffic. I'm not sure why. Excuse me, do you speak English?
Yeah,
Do you know what's going on?
yeah, road building. Up to 20-30 minute waiting.
Okay, all right, well, thank you. I appreciate it. This guy's funny. Having a hard time being stuck in traffic after 10 hours drive? Don't worry, Marco got the solution for you. Inform yourself of the new Cayenne Electric so you know all the details. What a funny guy, eh? But hey, I can't complain. I'm in Norway with a beautiful car and just having fun filming this stuff. Can't complain, man. Life is good.
The walls are looming, keep caving in on us.
7:05.
4 hours left.
The waves keep forming, keep crashing in my thoughts. When the time's right, we're gonna get all that.
Can I get the Super 94, please?
When the time's right.
John, you know out of all the people I tagged in the last video, we forgot to tag Alex.
Oh, damn.
And now he's mad. What do you have to say to him, John?
Who's Alex?
An hour and a half left. We have 189 kilometers.
Get inside the stream that we've always had. Oh, gotta get inside that dream where it's all said.
We've been planning like all morning what we're gonna do with the team today here because it's beautiful, and I was also shooting some stuff for OpenAI quickly, just finalizing a project. But look at this, guys, it is gorgeous outside. Very much like a movie. I think Jan's flying a drone right now for Porsche. By the way, I'm so bad at closing apps. Like, all my apps always run in the background. Look at this. Oh my god. All of this is crazy. But as the day goes by today, I'm going to show you a bit of my One UI 8.5 setup because I find it to be pretty darn good. I think I have one of the best setups out there. Check this out. If I do like a swipe up like that, local send opens, and then I can just transfer files from my Linux laptop to my S25 Ultra or S26 Ultra, sorry. But yeah, I mean, welcome to the northern region of Norway, more specifically Lofoten. It is a beautiful place. We are right above the Arctic Circle. Very interesting because Norway is rich in oil, but they decided to do some long-term investments, and they're worth about $1.5 trillion. Very awesome, because Norway took a lot of that money and they decided to invest it into the EV infrastructure, into their tech, into their healthcare system, into so many things that would benefit the country. And that's why yesterday, as we were traveling all the way here, There were so many EV stations. I was like baffled. Like apparently there was a stat where 9 out of 10 cars sold in Norway were electric in a specific year. I'm not 100% sure which year, but that is very, very interesting, the way that Norway are moving. And of course here, ladies and gentlemen, we have both Cayenne electric vehicles, the base model and the turbo. Like I've said, I'm trying to film for Porsche, guys, but the rain is kind of freaking crazy here. I think I have to wait for it to, like, you know, stop a bit. We've got like these 4 spots right here that we want to go to. Let me just quickly load one into Google Maps. But look at that. It looks insane. Oh man, this looks crazy. By the way, the only thing that really bothers me about local send is that it doesn't always work. Even though I'm connected to the same Wi-Fi currently, all right, we're connected to the same Wi-Fi, it won't find my P16. So when this happens, what I usually like to do is that, well, I've enabled a hotspot shortcut within my control center that I click on, and then I go right here and I connect to my S25 Ultra that's now hotspotting, or that will be hotspotting my laptop. So now you can see that it's connected to my S26 Ultra, and if we close the app, use my shortcut to make that pop, and reload it, bam, you'll see the P60. So the reason I wanted to show you guys this is because I just exported something to show to my reps at Porsche, and I can do it via WhatsApp because I have my WhatsApp connected to the laptop. Usually it's connected to Linux, but anyways, I can just drag this right now. This is a pretty hefty bit of chunk of video, so it's gonna take about a minute 30 seconds really.
Oh my god, we started that day at like 11:30 with 72%. It's called jet lag. But more than anything, that day was primarily going to be spent shooting the car a lot in this region. We wanted to capture the Cayenne Electric Turbo within a few of the places we were making our way to. I used the phone a lot while trying to learn some of the terminologies for this car as I needed to present them. Because yes, although this is an S26 Ultra video, the reality is that I was there to mainly shoot for Porsche. Don't forget that what you are seeing right now really is the behind the scenes of this project. We had some lunch at this really cool restaurant, really. I thought it was a tourist trap, but everyone really seemed to enjoy it. I was able to capture some really nice pictures with the S26 Ultra. I primarily really enjoy how the yellows are now sort of handled better. Highlights are also very well controlled, and shadows as well, although sometimes the contrast can be a bit wonky. And I did realize during my San Francisco trip that portrait mode is quite solid. I very much like the overall look.
The sun came out, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take the black Cayenne and we're gonna place it right here because this looks absolutely stunning. So we're gonna try to place it right here, take some pictures. Obviously after people are done with their pictures, we don't wanna intrude too much. Looks really nice, this car, my God. It's like deadly slippery here. Stop, 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 stop. Turn the wheel. The other side. My human tripod. My wife. What I'm gonna do, guys, is that I just positioned the car right there. We're gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna take them in RAW with the S26 Ultra. And we're also gonna take some shots with the cameras for Porsche, so they're gonna look cool.
But really, post-processing this year has definitely been tweaked. Photos don't seem over sharpened, and white balance and tint are very nicely handled. Less blue and less pink, unlike last year. Don't get me wrong though, it still has this Samsung style color processing, but it's less apparent. To add to this, truthfully, the zoom on the camera is incredible. Fantastic zoom photos. I see a pretty major difference as someone who's used the S25 Ultra a lot. However, the phone still struggles with motion, and I'll show that later on.
You guys want to go to the next location? Like one of Marco's pins this morning? So we take advantage of the sun.
Yeah. Did you get good shot?
Yeah, I got good shot. We also need to charge because we're at 14%. Yeah, hold the cord. Careful with this car.
While we charge at a station, everyone was grabbing some coffees to refuel from jet lags. Meanwhile, Jan was flying the drone and I was about to show you guys my S26 Ultra setup. So listen, I use Good Lock a lot, and I actually can't live without it. There are about 4 apps within that I very much enjoy. However, the main one I use is One Hand Operation Plus. I have my left handle set up in a way that allows me to easily trigger local send like you guys saw, and then I have my right handle in a way that it allows me to activate Control Center for one hand use. It also allows me to trigger the calculator with a diagonal swipe up, and my diagonal swipe left allows me to multitask, which I now use all the time. Remember, I also now have my hotspot button within my quick panel, but the one thing I do wish One UI would implement is a proper flashlight pattern feature like iPhone does it. It would be cool to control the width of your beam, in my opinion. And then really, I've got apps like ChatGPT that I use non-stop, a Google Drive folder for my receipts for accounting, and Manus AI, which I also use a lot. Oh, and recently, I decided to replace my camera app with Expert RAW. This is a camera I've been wanting to use more and more specifically with RAW photos. With a 45% charge on the car, we decided to keep going around the coast to try and find spots to take more photos. I took quite a few pictures and they turned out fire. Especially the edited ones. I mean, they look so clean, almost like if they were taken with a real camera.
John's just taking some pictures. Apparently these are very famous racks of fish where they dry them, from what I understood. And a lot of people seem to be taking pictures here, from what I understood. So that's awesome. I'm also wearing my glasses like that. I can just see who's texting me, why they're texting me. Oh, while I was doing that, I just saw on my glasses the new M5 Pro and M5 Max are out. Oh, what? So I was just about to order one right now quickly. These don't look different. This doesn't have an OLED display. I was under the impression that these were gonna be brand new redesigned MacBook Pros with OLED panels. Wait, what? From what I can see, it's only the M5 Pro, M5 Max, same chassis, same everything. While I'm trying to post for Apple, it seems like Jan got a really nice shot from there. That's cool. Reminder Apple briefing. Sorry. Just reading my notes. Yeah.
What do we see?
Hey, you look here. But yeah, can you believe this place? If you guys ever have the chance, I think this is a must. You know, like it looks insane. Very, very nice. Look at the mountains and everything. It's kind of crazy.
Think that was romantic, no?
It's romantic, yeah, bro.
In Lofoten, the weather is so funky, guys. It changes constantly. And the problem is that you've got warm air coming from the Atlantic and then cold air from the Arctic. And these massive mountains forcing the clouds to move and form constantly. So everything collides right here. It just collides, which is why the weather changes literally every few minutes. So you kinda have to deal with this type of weather all the time from what it looks like. When the weather is good, oh man, I can get some really good videos with this. The issue comes at night. The darker it gets, well, the worse video performs.
We're gonna give this drone a try. Yo, it is crazy here. Like very windy, super rainy. My camera's like all wet. Let's see. Let's give this a try. Trying to go at the top of this mountain thing. Oh, this here is the week in the life of the S26 Ultra. Wow. It is cold. Woo! Look at that. If you guys are watching this week in the life, genuinely, I appreciate you all for watching our videos. It is the most insane job in the world.
We said goodbye, no
presets you made, that Anki 02 is unbelievable, bro. It's looking insane.
Radio silence, but I guess that's how it can be.
Like, it's so cool. I haven't driven it
Now
really
you're
for
just
plus,
a stranger in a crowded room. Many different faces, forgetting yours. When did we decide to be on our own? You're on your own. Now I don't know who you are.
Well, this is not a 10-bit display. This is actually, it simulates 10-bit, at least according to Mr. Who's the Boss. So now we're all like, well, we've been editing APV log 4222HQ on 8-bit display. Yeah, so it's the display simulates a 10-bit, which is kind of behind compared to like an Oppo, Huawei, Xiaomi, Vivo. Like, you guys haven't tried these phones, you're missing out.
At 5 p.m. I had 11%, and from 5 p.m. I was really doing all sorts of things. So by 6:30 p.m. my phone was already at 2%. It's funny, I was still trying to edit on Lightroom with that much battery. I did eventually put my phone down as I needed to get ready for dinner, but yeah, Tuesday was a good day with battery life. 4 hours and a half of screen time and 13 hours and 30 minutes off screen time. Keep in mind, I took a lot of pictures that day and lots of videos. But yeah, my phone lasted all the way till about 7:30 p.m. with very, very minimal use. I was indeed a very happy S26 Ultra user in terms of battery.
Okay. Might have found a really nice view. Keep turning, like keep going like this. Okay, stop. Trying to figure this shoot out, guys. But yeah, currently 7:40. Phone's at 67%. I gotta charge it. I kind of fell asleep last night. I was so tired. Look at that view. Looks cool, huh?
Yeah, then just if you could just come back to the street.
My phone keeps connecting to the Bluetooth of the car, even though I'm telling it to stop connecting. Keeps freaking switching on, so I think that's a bug, and it's really annoying because I'm trying to communicate with the team.
Listen, Wednesday was the last day here in rain Lofoten as we were heading back to Narvik. I spent part of that morning shooting, as you saw, and Jan spent some time flying the drone. I also needed to take some extra shots of the outside and some shots of the inside of the car to talk about them within the Porsche video. But really, the best shots we took that day were drone shots. I bought a Mavic 4 Pro before this trip, and oh my god, is that drone amazing. It is the drone to have for these type of experiences, although insanely expensive. That day I also discovered my first scratches on this phone. Yeah, it had a few scratches and tiny little dents here and there, but it is important to understand that I'm not that careful with it, although it does indeed feel weaker than the S26 Ultra. Listen, in the car, while I was using the phone, primarily as I was using it with my laptop and trying to multitask in order to get some work done, I must say, at that point, it was the 4th or 5th time that the phone got really hot towards the top, and I realized it happened mainly when I was doing something and adding multitasking to that. It kind of did eventually go away the next couple of days as we made our way back to Finland. And also, I wasn't going to not experience what a 1000 horsepower launch felt like.
So we just got to the hotel. We drove like 220 kilometers in Sport Plus. And parking this car has been so easy because of all the cameras. In fact, check this out here. Bam. Bit of a wider cam. Plus in front you can really see the sides of a car pretty well. And it allows you to maneuver it really nicely. No, but for real, it's very well done. Very, very nice. Anyways, tomorrow we gotta bring these puppies back to the ice experience because they need them. So that's gonna be fun. Looks like a Chevy Equinox. You know? Chevy Equinox. Check this out, guys. A bit of the workflow that works for me. Hotspotting with my S26 Ultra. Then I want to send myself a link to my computer. I copy the link, I paste it, and then send it right here. Bam, I use it right now. So technically I'm writing a caption for a brand, for a posting I gotta do on Instagram. And bam, paste it on Google Keeps. And then with my caption finalized, I just go on my Google Keeps app, right? On the S26 Ultra, and I just copy from there and paste it to Instagram. I'm trying to have my call here.
Yeah, no, the choices. This one.
To you. Happy birthday, Selena.
Wow, it's like a Snow White. She's like the Snow White.
She's like the Snow White.
Minus the 7 hits.
Yeah, you gonna rig it up?
Yeah.
Winter, but also on track.
Yeah, on track it must be nice.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Today, guys, this is a very special day. I've been waiting for this day. We are going to get to drive a 911 GTS 992.2 with a hybrid system, which is very different from the 992.1. We'll talk about that later. We have a full fleet in front of us. Amazing. Our instructor, Jeremy, he's gonna take us through a few courses. We're gonna start with the Circle. We're gonna move on to the Paddock with the GTS, then switch to the Cayenne, and then go back to some handling courses, handling track. I'm not too familiar with it because, you know, there's not much content online about the ICE experience. So if you guys stick around enough, you'll experience this thing with me, and maybe you'll get to decide whether or not you wanna come. Now, you don't need to be a professional to be here. They teach you exactly what you need to know. They go through it with you. The instructors are super nice. I've never driven a four-wheel drive 911. This is my first time and I'm very excited. Now, I don't know about you guys, but aside from the 991.2 GTS, this baby looks beautiful. I love the diffuser at the bottom. I love the two exhausts that come out of it. Beautiful car. It's a beautiful car. The tail light that just goes across the body like that is just... it's beautiful.
The Porsche ICE experience in Finland is basically one of those bucket list automotive trips. I took lots of memories that day, let me tell you that. Listen, this is a 5-day Arctic driving trip where you learn to push high-performance cars to their limits on frozen lakes. It takes place in Levi, above the Arctic Circle, on specially prepared ice tracks where you drive cars like the 911 and Taycan on studded tires, practicing drifting, car control, and high-speed handling with professional instructors guiding you the entire time. The program is structured in levels, so whether you're a beginner or experienced driver, you progressively build skills over a few full days of driving with a ton of seat time.
Okay.
Speed up a bit, speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up. And now with the brake, right. Stay, keep on the brake, left, keep on the brake, and accelerate. But your brake pressure was in this route up to here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I didn't underestimate the skill it takes to properly handle a four-wheel drive car on snow, but I definitely wasn't expecting it to be this hard. Lessons I learned? Well, looking where you want to go is everything. I learned how to transfer weight with brake taps, how to use the throttle to straighten out the car during drifts, how to handle the back, and really being gentle with the car overall. And although it sounds super simple, I ended up in snowbanks more often than not. Jeremy had to save me quite a few times.
I got stuck pretty bad, so we're gonna see if I can get out without getting towed. The thing they'll tell you to do is put it in wet mode, and they'll try to clear the snow out. As you can see, he's really going at it. clearing the snow, and he's gonna try to get us out as much as possible. He wasn't freaking out or anything. He's very relaxed. No worries. Let me get you out. It won't take long. So they're very, very patient. I couldn't do this job. More steering. So,
Straight steering wheel.
is it bad? Straight.
Yeah.
Straight.
And now we try to go in reverse.
Okay. Reverse. Whoa. Whoa, okay, you're good. Nice, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Now, because of the weather, well, we had a limited time in the car. Basically, like a 5-day experience condensed into a morning and an afternoon. And keep in mind, I needed to shoot all of this for Porsche as well. And I also had to shoot for you guys, right? For these behind the scenes. A lot of the pictures I took that day were in RAW. I mean, by day 5, I was baffled with how amazing the RAW photography on this phone is. I definitely find you can push it to the limits a tiny bit more compared to the S25 Ultra. I don't find highlights clip as fast as before. The colors are excellent. Shadows are very well handled. Blacks look like true blacks. And honestly, amazed with a 5x telephoto. The level of detail it is able to pull is extremely impressive, but not always. I mean, the further the subject, the harder it becomes to really pull those incredible pictures. Of course, the best pictures will be captured with the 1x or even ultra wide. And believe it or not, I never really felt the need to shoot at 50 megapixels or 200 megapixels. It's nice to have. Please, Samsung, never remove those, but I was a super happy camper shooting at 24 MP and focusing on what I had available to me, especially with camera raw, because you can really tweak this thing to get the best possible pictures. Listen, I will do an S26 Ultra camera video because I do genuinely feel like it needs one. I also do feel like video during the day got stronger compared to the S25 Ultra. It still has the same Samsung color signature style. Colors look natural and you get a pretty good dynamic range even without HDR on. Hardware wise though, there's not much that's new here. A lot of the changes are software based. There are inconsistencies though across lenses. I do need to point that out. The 1x looks neutral and clean, and then when you use the 3x, you suddenly get warmer and more saturated colors from time to time, and then the ultra wide looks cooler and sort of flatter. But the stabilization has been very much improved. I mean, in the car while Jeremy was drifting, the footage could have looked a lot more shaky, trust me.
I am actually happy with the battery life on this phone. I'm currently at 34%. It's 332. Mind you, I haven't been using it much to text or anything else. I was just grabbing quite a bit of content with it. So I'm satisfied. I'm very satisfied. So that's awesome. I just hope there isn't a One UI update that just breaks the battery. I'm still gonna be taking pictures right now because I'm also making a camera settings video for you guys so you can make the best out of your pictures. So yeah, subscribe if you guys want to watch that video. It's coming soon. They let me sit in the car.
We're cool now. We're cool now. Cannot drive the car.
Excuse me, the hell? Don't sit in cars.
You got eyes like summer sky. If you're smart, could kill or die. And now it starts to rain, so let's enjoy